Hello and welcome. It's your boy Rye and
And you know it already. Lish, we're going to be started. Come on, let's get hype.
oh my god.
I know that was so cringy. Okay, Peter Lie and Rish. Oh my goodness, we messed it up.
So basically, we're gonna be. This is a new channel that we're starting. We're gonna be the only channel we're starting, and we're gonna be talking about on Mondays, Marvel Mondays, and today we're talking about Liz's favorite
The
Spider-Man storyline.
superior, the
Spider-Man's.
superior Spider-Man boys.
All right. So the title of this video
Before we
is gonna.
get started,
Are you
we're,
serious?
okay, we're out of sync. Dude, we have to ramble.
I mean,
Oh, oh my god.
we could cut this out,
Yeah, we can.
or we can just upload it raw. Yeah, let's do that. So the title of this video is gonna be "Was it good?" And this is the rambling part of the video. If you didn't notice, Liz, what you gotta say, my boy?
I am going to bring up a very sensitive issue, one that has plagued mankind for the last 75 years or so. I'm going to be ranting about the atrocity, the state of disdain that Marvel has for its stories. Marvel has great art, but terrible stories. They're like the opposite of DC.
Which has good stories, but terrible art.
I mean, you don't need good art, of course, to be a good publisher, but when you're literally publishing books, you might want better stories.
I mean, well, it's not all about the stories. It's about the art, my guy. As an artist myself, I like the art most. Yeah, I'm just joking. It's all about the story.
It's all about the story. We're
Yeah.
all about that life, you know?
Yeah, we
If it's
are.
not art, it's no. Okay, so, cough. Let's get into the meat of the matter regarding
Okay.
this.
Okay.
DC, Marvel, one has one thing that the other wants, and they will never ever have a baby together.
They
So,
already
I
have
mean,
had babies together, Liz.
they had Dark Claw and Super Shield and Iron Lantern or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking about the
Hyena.
amalgam universe.
The hyena.
Oh my god. Uh, and Bruce Wayne, Agent of Shield.
Oh my god.
That would be something anyone would want to see. Like Bruce Wayne being an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That
Except this time, he's stripped of being awesome and he's given a boring day job.
monitoring computers.
Yes, and also being killed like fodder.
All
I
right,
mean,
Liz. Let's get into the actual video now.
meat, potatoes.
Yeah, let's eat some meat and potatoes. That did not sound right.
Of course it did.
All right, ready? So you
Yes.
begin with your.
Okay. Okay. Now, everyone, cue the dramatic music. We're gonna have to edit this. Anyways, we are going to be talking about my probably third favorite run of Spider-Man, which comes right it comes right after the Clone Saga, and it's only second to One More Day. I'm talking about Superior Spider-Man.
One More Day was terrible.
Take your words back and eat them.
All right, but we're talking about Superior Spider-Man here, and um, I guess overall, It was I mean, we're going at point by point, so we can't say really overall. So first point, Lish, is the story, I guess.
Yes. No. Listen here, youngsters, and people probably older than me and him put together. No, earlier we danced around the idea that Marvel has paper thin plots sometimes. Sometimes the plots are as thin as wet paper. But we don't get into that when we talk about the Superior Spider-Man.
The plot was very, very, very thick. Some might say
I
as dense as a white
White
dwarf.
Dwarf star. I mean, for anyone who reads One Piece, this story was thicker than Commander Smoothie. By the way, shameless plug, we're also going to do manga. Don't tell anyone we said that.
You just told everyone, our two
No, I
subscribers,
No.
which is us.
Okay, in the event our alternate reality selves hear that I said that, then, well, who cares? They don't exist unless we're in Marvel.
Am I right?
The plot for the Superior Spider-Man. This plot, okay, this is something we've never seen in Marvel prior. Dr. Octopus, the guy who always gets picked on during recess, the guy who's always picked him, the guy who comes first in Miss Peterborough's math test when everyone else gets 30% and below. He takes over the body of one of the most athletic people on Marvel's.
Don't forget one of the most iconic heroes in the Marvel universe.
He also takes over one of the most iconic heroes in the Marvel universe.
Oh, come on, I just said that.
No, you didn't. Don't lies.
Whatever.
You're better than that. Okay, so the plot starts off as thus. One day, Peter Parker wakes up and he says, "Today's gonna be an amazing day."
Hold up.
fast
Lish, pause. Are you trying to tell the whole
Yeah.
story?
No, just 90% of it.
All right. I'll start this. So the plot goes that Otto Octavius is close to death, and he thinks of a brilliant idea. I will create a golden Autobot. Roll out.
Octobot.
And
It's an Autobot, of course.
I mean, name is Otto. What is his name again? Otto
Gunther
Octavius. Yeah, Gunther. Gunther bots. Let's call them Gunther bots. He
Yes.
creates a golden Gunther. His consciousness. His conscience. Wait. Word?
Consciousness.
That's the word?
Yes.
His consciousness inside of Spider-Man's body, eliminating Peter forever.
Or so it seems.
Am I right?
So, after Dr. Octopus comes inside of Peter, Peter is gone.
Yeah, he comes inside of Peter.
Oh my god. Okay, let's just brush that. After he takes over the body of Peter Parker, my god, look at that hot wait, who said that?
That sexy
Anyways.
nerd.
Yes.
120
So-
pounds of pure meat.
He's 167 pounds, I'll have you know.
Yeah,
that-
what?
So he takes over the body of Peter Parker, and then he begins being and as a superhero.
Wait,
And
why'd you
tell
just
me,
cut out?
he takes over the body of Peter Parker, and then he decides to fix Peter Parker's life because that is what he was told to do by Peter Parker right before he died in his own arms. Trust me, if you read it yourself, you'd know what I'm talking about.
Am I right? Or you could have watched Comic Storian's video about it. We should do
Or
a collab,
Comics
Comic
Explained.
Storian.
Shit, totally.
Yup.
But he's not gonna pick up.
I know, right?
Okay, so that is the beginning of the story, and we're gonna go through the arcs. Okay.
No,
first
we're not
things
going through the
first.
arcs. It's too long. First things
No,
first.
no, we'll just cover the main stuff.
All right.
My own worst enemy.
Ah, God.
Yes. Okay, so my own worst enemy. Okay, we already did that. Let's move on to a troubled mind. Okay, this part of the story. Peter Parker, we'll just call him Gunther from this point onwards. Gunther, Dr. Gunther Octopus. Dr. Gunther decides that he's going to, not play by the rules, and he goes off his britches and he ices a guy.
Kills him. Wait, was that lizard? Was it crocodile or no lizard?
It was, let's see, I feel his name. It was that guy, the Marauder guy. He had this thing on his head.
All right,
Massacre.
all right.
Yeah, it was probably Massacre.
No, but I'm talking about the instance where Otto was like he punched I forgot whose jaw. It was
Lizard.
lizard.
Crocodile. No, Scorpion.
He punched Scorpion's jaw off, and he was like, "Wow." He was just so surprised that Peter Parker was so powerful. That Spider-Man himself was so powerful. He was like, all this time, Peter's been holding back.
And that's when he remembers the line that Peter told. No, he doesn't remember anything about with great power must also come great responsibility.
Yeah, you messed up. It's there must also come.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, whatever you say, you petty man.
Yes, I'm a petty person. Deal with it.
I will for the next 10 years.
Mm.
Around that time, I should be able to have been promoted to your janitor, but let's not get into that.
What? I think that's a demotion.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, he does a bunch of bad stuff. First of all, he kills this poor psychopath who murdered like 50 people. It's a real shame. Peter Parker would have taught him a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, put him in an asylum. Why don't you?
Yeah, and then he'd break out again. But as long as Peter Parker feels good about it, that's all that matters.
I know,
But-
right?
But dude, you realize something?
What?
Otto Octavius ain't about that life. He kills him. He straight up gets the gun. He says, I always thought guns were beneath me, but now I feel like I want to ice someone. He just pulls the trigger. Like, few issues later, like, the police chief is like, can you tell me who shot Massacre? They're like, for all I know, it could have been my bullet. The guy said, I was looking the other way, and the girl's like, could have been anyone. They don't protect him because they know that life's not good.
I know, right?
Your comments.
Alright, so I'm not saying that Otto is a bad guy, even though he is a bad guy. He did. If you look at it, after Superior Spider-Man, everything that happened, Otto was a blessing to Spider-Man, to Peter Parker. He made his life from a 1 to a 20.
You used a pretty high number there.
I know. And guess what I was measuring at? 1 out of 10. He was
He is
the
by far the superior Spider.
Yes, he was superior in every way. He put Peter's mind, he put Peter's life on track. Everyone's
And
life on track.
it was just off the rails, but he didn't. I mean, aside from the things that he tried to do, like bone Mary Jane and bone Mary Jane and
And Bone Mary Jane.
kiss Mary Jane, then he tried to bone her again. Then he friend zoned her. But that was the right decision. You can't blame him for
Yeah,
that.
he'd probably get her irradiated with his spider junk.
Oh my goodness. Please don't bring up that story. We're not talking about that. On to the next part.
Now
No
on to the
escape.
next one. On to the next one.
Oh my god.
Can we just skip all the way to Spider Venom or Goblin Nation?
Nation.
Nationwide is on
Yeah,
your
we'll just skip that
side.
because the other stuff is basically filler.
I know, right?
In between,
Wow, you cut out.
lets me
Huh?
other thing cares about it. We're gonna jump into Superior Venom.
I actually.
Is this making you emotional?
Shut up and talk.
So it's a very sad moment in Spider-Man's mythos. So we all know and love Venom. Well, I'm not sure which Venom you know or love. I don't personally like Venom. He's sort of overrated to me, but whatever, that's not the point. Anyways, Venom as Flash Thompson and a cure. Work. And then he confronts the Crime Master, but whatever, screw that. He basically takes the place of some guy and comes in. He superiors up the place. He uses. He busts out fire and ultrasonic gauntlets and lets
Aw.
loose all over Flash.
I
And
know,
Flash is
right?
like, no,
And
don't
let's
do this."
let's just step back a little, because at this point, Peter had invited, well, Octavius had invited Flash to get some new prosthetic legs. How did
Yeah.
how did it end up like this?
That's your folly, right? That's your folly. For you see, it was after he let loose on it was after he let loose on Venom, his fury and wrath of fire and ultrasonics, did he invite him. Because that's how we uncovered who Venom was.
Oh yeah. I'm not remembering properly. Sorry about that.
You have to be a spider nerd like me, right? Okay? You have to. That's how the world works. You don't get to be born a nerd. You have to work for it.
Lish. I know 3 coding languages, and I'm learning Japanese. I am a nerd. I'm the very definition of a nerd. I even wear glasses.
My goodness, you wear glasses. I feel a bit out. Okay, I give up. The moment you said 3 coding languages, I was like, no way, can't get in on that.
Am I right?
Screw that. I'll just take the part of being a geek then. Okay, I'm a geek. There. Happy?
Yeah, sure.
How about this? We just say that you're the superior nerd.
Am I right? Or am I right?
You're right. I picked the third option.
There wasn't
Or-
one. All right, we're getting off a track here.
Yes. We're off track. And just like Otto did to Peter, we're gonna put it back on. Following this, after a bunch of dinner and whispering sweet nothings into Flash Thompson's ears, Peter, we'll just call him Peter because I swear Otto is it's too much. It's too much. We'll just call him Peter. So after whispering sweet nothings into Flash's ear, or should I call him Eugene? Whichever. Peter says, hey, you know what? I can give you prosthetic legs. Trust me on this. They go to the place, they get the prosthetic legs, and then he's like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. But then he suddenly freaks out because he realized Venom was ripped from his system, and he
Oh.
only has a few more hours to live. And then it's like this. Spider-Man says, you know what? Screw you, I'm taking your symbiote, goodbye. He storms
Symbiote,
off with
symbiote.
symbiote.
I mean, if we're gonna mess up a story, let's not mess up the names.
Dude, did you just use the word story and what? Okay, we're doing Superior Spider-Man, so story's worthy. You can call it a story.
Am I right? Or am I right?
Or epic or. So he storms off as Superior Venom. He looks super awesome with tentacles. I mean, extra legs. We all know they're tentacles.
Yup.
He storms off with extra tentacles. Looks all black. So after a ruckus of him thinking he's not gonna be corrupted by Venom, and Venom is all like, ew, you taste like leftover chewing gum I found on the last street filled with hookers. He decides he's gonna stay along for the ride because he knows Peter is gonna crash and burn.
Aw.
And so he does.
Spider
the
Pete.
Avengers come in, they wreck his crap. They just wreck it hard. I mean, you know, before they got the cheap shot on him, as they always do. I mean, he was wrecking Thor, he was wrecking Captain America, he was wrecking everyone. You know who he wanted to wreck?
Hey, hold up. That was the actual one instance in the comic book that Captain America got his shit wrecked.
Yes. Continue.
I finished.
Oh my goodness. Yada yada. Whatever. Venom goes back to his rightful slave owner, and then Goblin Nation starts. So
Let's
during
skip
all of
Goblin
that combo-
Nation.
Yeah, screw Goblin Nation. I mean,
All right, hold
it's
up.
the
Let me
only
give a
part-
summary.
oh,
Let me
dude.
give a summary. So basically, in Goblin Nation, what happens is hobgoblins take over. They find a way to hide from, superior spiders, superior
Peter
Spider-Mans,
Bots.
Peter bots, yes, spider bots, and basically build an army to take over the city. That's it.
just
That's all you
checked
need to
them.
know. Scratch. That's it. That's how you make a summary.
Well, I couldn't have done. No, I couldn't have done that. Summaries are for nerds.
Your face is a nerd.
Okay. Screw you. Okay. Okay, next we are going to talk about the art. And since I'm not an artist, Rai, take over.
All right, Lish. Superior Spider-Man's art, it was actually pretty good for Marvel. I think it's
Berto Ramos did a great job.
yeah, he actually did. I respect him and all the other artists that helped, because he was not the only artist. He was one, but he did a lot.
Yeah.
But like the art, it was this is all I have to say. The art was very good. It was colored very nicely. Nicely better than DC. Let's just say that.
Oh my god. Eat your words. Suck an egg.
And well, yeah, Marvel's always good with art, so let's just cut it off there.
Oh my goodness, you're forgetting the most important thing, dude.
Oh yeah, his costume, the aesthetic. Oh my god, the way they redid the costume for Superior Spider-Man, the three extra limbs. It was my personal best Spider-Man costume. I personally think that they should have kept that as the new Spider-Man costume, or at least like continued with it coming back as like his super costume.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, it's so sad too because Peter literally he switches back to his old raggedy costume at the end of Goblin Nation. It's the technologically the superior costume. No, he
Exactly.
just couldn't. Um, Another thing with the art is it's incredibly colorful. You have to admit that.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna go into detail with the art. Just know that it was good. It was well colored. It was well drawn, and it it always fits with the story. So there's no real reason to say that.
Not to mention the impact that's in it. You could feel the impact from the
Yeah,
pages as you read.
from when Spider-Man from when Otto was transferred into Spider-Man's body, the way he looked, you could feel that it was of a dying man, his last will.
Yeah, and my goodness, his eyeball came out of his skull.
I mean, he was part robot, basically, wasn't he? He had basically changed most of his body. He was weak. He was dying. He was old. Let's just say that.
Hey, we don't use the old word here.
Yeah,
Right? You weren't talking about us, goodness. Yes, he was old. Is
but
that how we're really gonna end it off on art?
yeah. Let's end it like that. All right. The story. You do the story.
Okay. Next is the impact. So, a few important things came out of the Superior Spider-Man. First thing, we actually had a good Spider-Man story after quite some time.
Am I right? I mean,
The,
the
the
Clone
second
Saga
thing,
wasn't doing anything for it.
oh my god, don't get started on the Clone Saga. Who needs the comic books for one story? For how many years? 4? So, the impact of the story. Let me start off on this nice and easy. Nice and easy does it. That's a Frank Sinatra reference.
Shut up.
So, impact. We had a great story. Okay, like we saw that after Otto left Peter's body, after he came outside of it, after he came out of Peter. Okay, that sounded a bit odd.
Yes, it did.
Whatever. After he came out of Peter, um, it's like, he did that thing. Yeah, yeah. The impact of the story is like this. So, how many times am I gonna repeat myself? Whatever. Okay, get started already. Yeah.
Can I just say it?
Fine, say it.
All right. So the impact was we finally got a good Spider-Man story, and we saw how much Peter sucks after we lost Otto as Spider-Man. It was very heartbreaking when I saw Spider-Man ruin all that Otto Octavius had done to build up the company and, well, basically made Spider-Man Iron Man.
Or Batman.
Iron Man.
He had his own spider cave.
Iron Man.
So there were a lot of good things that came out of the story. Like the fact that he streamlined, as Comics Explained said, he streamlined the entire Spider-Man wardrobe of stuff. Okay, he was just on point. Um, like okay, Dan Slott. His work on this was great. He gave Spider-Man a lot of things a lot of people complained about. Peter Parker was smart, but he was stupid.
Yeah. Like the way
A lot of that stuff.
Yeah, like the way they portrayed Spider-Man after seeing how how Otto took the role of Spider-Man. To be honest, Peter is a better hero. Otto was just I mean, Peter is overall a better person. Otto was just a better hero. He made
Yes.
he made being a hero a business, basically.
A very successful one.
Well,
He managed to do things Peter Parker never could.
he could have
Like,
yeah.
he had a stable relationship. He made the city more safe by having the spider bots around and alerting police. He also had enough time to finish, university, something that Peter Parker failed like 3 times, and he became a doctor for him. And he also get
All right, Liz, you're
to
cutting
walk
out.
again. I am. My
Yeah,
goodness. Yada yada does it.
that's okay.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, and that's it for the impact. Next is the conclusion.
And in conclusion, I hope you like and subscribe to this channel. We'll be posting
Oh
a
my
lot
goodness.
more videos.
Hopefully, no, they will be. They will be higher quality than this.
Yeah.
We're testing the waters with this one.
Yeah, and I hope you like it. I hope you think we're funny, even though we don't think we're funny.
I beg to disagree.
Yeah, you're the only one laughing at your joke, Liz.
Oh my goodness, that hurt.
Yeah,
That hurt me a
I
bit.
bet you it did.
That's unfair. I'm gonna cry in a corner, and you're not gonna stop me.
Aren't you already in the corner, Liz?
Shut up. Shut
And
up. You know.
and in conclusion, Liz, your part.
In conclusion, for this grandiose story of the epic journey of Peter Parker, journeying through the land of the city of New York, with the mind of Otto Octavius, may I mind you? No pun intended. We see that Otto Octavius had done a lot of improvements to Spider-Man to perform at 100% capacity, something that Peter Parker just never did. Peter Parker had all the potential, Dr. Octopus unleashed it. He made Peter Parker's life a blessing. And what did Peter give him and all that hard work in return?
He wasted
His company
it.
getting destroyed. He wasted it.
That's just it.
He
We
wasted
yeah, he wasted it. Let's just put it like that.
Yes. Oh my god. I feel like after okay, my thoughts on this are during Superior Spider-Man, Peter Parker just ruined everything. I dislike Peter Parker after this story because he just did so many things that made me say, my goodness, Otto could have done that better.
I know, right?
Oh,
I started to look at
Actually,
Otto
you're
as the
right.
original Spider-Man. But this is the end of the video. We'll catch up with you next time on AC, which we don't have AC. Okay.